Welcome back, everybody. I have what is, for me, a pretty exciting video today. As I mentioned before, I am really hunting down a lot of my personal favorite and more obscure DC Silver Age appearances, or first Silver Age appearances. Because as you know, with a lot of Batman villains especially, their first appearances are going to be really hard to get in the Golden Age, so sometimes we settle for the Silver Age. So this video is going to be a couple upgrades I have actually from the Showcase run and the Brave and the Bold run. I mentioned before that, when applicable, I'm trying to at least target first appearances in a 9.0 range for that era, mostly because comparatively, like I said, to a lot of Batman and Spider-Man, you can get them cheaper than their counterparts. So I have right now Showcase, Brave and the Bold, and Justice League of America are some of my favorite runs. I'm trying to track down Silver Age key first appearances. As you know, for Raw, there's a lot of DC I like, but those are my three big main ones that I love a lot of the heroes I'm looking for. And in addition to that, a lot of the weird and obscure DC first appearances I'm trying to hunt down are a lot of characters that have actually appeared in the animated series, as you'll see with some of my brand new additions to the collection in the next video. So the kind of more obscure, the better for me. I just like a little bit of under the radar characters, ones that I enjoyed in the animated shows, and I would really love to have them in my collection. So here we have a couple books that I had two previous copies of one and one of another. So for one, this is my third upgrade, and for one, it's just my second. So without further ado, let's take a close look at these books. All right, everybody. So the first book I have here is Brave and the Bold 78 from 1968. I currently have this in a 7.5 with off-white to white pages. And I mentioned before, but this is a Wonder Woman and Batgirl appearance, but the big one is this is the first appearance of the villain Copperhead, who you have right here on the cover. Again, not a crazy, huge, notable villain, but he did pop up in the Justice League animated show, and they use a rendition of the character in the Batman Arkham Origins game. So, nobody crazy, but still a cool, fun, deep-cut DC character. And in addition to the Brave and the Bold being some of my favorite of the DC runs to collect, for a low tier character, I think he has one of the coolest first appearance covers. You have that amazingly deep, dark purple background. He is front and center, right on the cover, giving it to Batman. He's already taken out Batgirl. He's already taken out Wonder Woman. It's an amazing first appearance cover that just brings a whole lot of presence to a character that, while it doesn't end up being a huge threat, it's still a really cool one to have for the DC collection. So previously, like I said, this is a 7.5, and I was able to upgrade this to, ta-da, a 9.4 with white pages. Now, there is a little bit of a cheat on this one. As I've mentioned before, I've really become more and more of a stickler for the centering on the wrap of the spine. This one does have the very smallest sliver of the white wrap showing on the spine right there. So it's not going to kill me. It's very minimal. And to go from a 7.5 off-white to white to a 9.4 white pages, I was extremely happy when I was able to score this copy. This book presents beautifully. Like I said, it is anything a 9 or higher, but this right there in that sweet spot of that, mid-9s, really awesome upgrade to the collection. And with that, let's go ahead and move right into the second book I've upgraded. All right, as you can see here, this is Showcase 73 from 1968. Previously had this in a 6.0 off-white to white pages. This is the origin and first appearance of the Creeper, Jack Ryder. As I mentioned before when I went over my current DC slab collection for first appearances, this is a character that I loved from the animated series, the New Batman Adventures. I loved that episode. I loved the character. The fact that he's chasing down Harley the whole time while everybody else is trying to chase him down. It was just an extremely fun, awesome episode, and the character has been a standout for me ever since then. So this is another big kind of deep-cut character that I was extremely excited to get to my collection. So as you can see here, this was a 6.0, and the first time I've upgraded this book, we had Ta-da! 8.5 off-white to white pages. This one right here looks pretty good for an 8.5 also. A nice grade for a nice first appearance, and a sizable jump from a 6.0 to an 8.5. But as I said, I've upgraded this again. Very small jump, but we have upgraded, and very recently. So without further ado, the final copy I will have in my collection is, boom, 9.0 off-white to white pages. Like I said, I know this is not a huge jump, just half a point from an 8.5, but this does at least get me in my goal of having all of my major DC first appearances that are affordable in at least a 9.0 range while they are affordable. So this and Brave and the Bold, I was extremely happy to be able to upgrade these two. Alright, so there we have it, folks. Two extremely awesome books to add to the collection. Anytime I can upgrade, I am super happy to. And as you saw before, I have all my previous copies. I figured those, even for the grades they are, I managed to get them for a screaming deal compared to what they're going for even in those grades. So while none of these books are really on anybody's radar except for, the far and few in between, I figure I might as well hang on to them. That way, if they pop up in more movies, shows, they get hot, I'm not buying them for the spec, but if I'm in no rush to sell them, I might as well hold off. And then if they do get hot, they'll sell like hotcakes. Even if the price doesn't go up, at least people will be looking for them and they'll be easier to move. So that's what I've been doing in the meantime. Anything that I don't currently have in a 9, I'm trying to at least target that 9 range. Hang on to the other copies. When the time is right, I will sell those off, and that money, in a way, kind of went towards the new copy. I'm just in no rush in the meantime until things kind of pan out, and then if anything happens with those. So, next video, I'm really excited because I've got another, Silver Age first appearance of a pretty popular hero that belongs to a pretty popular DC team. I have a couple awesome CGC Batman-related keys, one in Detective Comics, and one in, I'm not going to tell the other one because it might spoil it, but a couple more big first appearances that are very prevalent to Batman as a character, even though they're not in the Batman title. So thank you guys for checking out my upgrade video. Next time, like I said, I'm really excited for the books I have that came in. And this is the fruits of me avoiding claim sales. I mentioned before, I still have a really tiny haul that I have to go over with you guys. But other than that, I've been staying out of the claim sales. I'll still watch a few here and there, but I have not been buying. And that is so I can, like I said, track down some of these big boy books and upgrade some of my more prominent first appearance collection that I've been slacking on for a bit while I did the massive claim sale and eBay bulk buying. So thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time.